What about the marketing strategy? Like last year was so different. What did you do about what your organization was able to do for realtors to switch, to get educated, to get comfortable with such unusual circumstances?
No, 2020 without a doubt was one of the craziest years I think anybody has experienced. And that's with many of our realtors who have been through downturns. This was a downturn that we thought like no other. And so the great thing about our organization is we were able to pivot quite quickly. We have an incredible online presence. We created a COVID-19 one-stop shop page that became one of the most viewed pages of any realtor site on everything you needed to know, from CDC guidelines to potentially getting a PPP loan to understanding the other unemployment options out there for our independent contractors and all the many changes that continued. We had the Surgeon General speak with us on a monthly basis to understand what we were able to do, if potential open houses were safe, how to handle customers and showings. And so we believe that we needed to become the information source for our members. And we did that with our online presence, with the page that we created. And then we have our wonderful Florida Realtor magazine. And every single month we pivoted all of our stories to making sure our agents were able to pivot their marketing strategies for their houses. So one of them being able to make sure that they have a quick guide of 180 services and products through Florida Realtors that we help them with, and we connect them to our affiliates, like being able to have a 3D tour of their home.
Exactly.
Making sure that they can do Facebook Lives, helping with tutorials on how to get more exposure in an online world. And so Florida Realtors made it our priority to make sure that our realtors had the most information possible to help them grow their business. And it really was amazing. We even helped pivot. I think we're going to talk about education later.
Exactly.
But we pivoted a little in education as well. But marketing for us, the most important was to make sure our agents had access to information that was going to help them pivot their business. So if they needed to pivot, how do they use Zoom? One of the really cool things about being a Florida Realtor is we have a tech hotline. And that tech hotline is open 9 to 5 every day. You can call and you can get help from, hey, my phone app, something on my phone stopped working, or hey, I need assistance with something on my computer. But we pivoted that tech helpline to, hey, I need help to understand, how do I turn my computer on? How do I turn my Zoom camera on? How do I add a background in Zoom? What's the best video program? How do I make myself look good on video? And so our tech helpline really was the go-to place for our realtors in terms of Zoom, any online assistance that you needed from anything. We also created a broker hotline. We partnered with a CPA firm and a legal firm that they could get information on applying for their PPP loans. And what are the best ways for brokers to be able to get funds, and what would they apply for? So from the EIDL, SBA, it felt very overwhelming. And many of our brokers didn't have access to a lot of the information needed in order to understand what they could afford and what they could actually get back. So we started that program for our brokers for several months so that they could get the help they needed. And so Florida Realtors felt we have to be able to make sure our people are ready to go no matter what the circumstance. And I believe we pivoted pretty well.
That is absolutely spectacular. You were so prepared. You probably were not as prepared as you were able to switch so quickly and adjust and and make sure that all your agents are adjusted. And if they're not able to adjust so easily, then you have the hotlines and you have the help.
Everything. Yeah. And for us, as a leadership team, we went from meeting every couple months in person to meeting 2 to 3 days a week on Zoom, just to make sure we were giving our agents what they, we heard what was going on in the world, and we heard what was going on with our realtors. And so we needed to make sure we were meeting and we were on the same page with the staff at Florida Realtors to make the best decision for our people. So it was a pretty cool experience as a volunteer leader, and a lot of work, but I think our members are better because of it.